Hi, Karen. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good.
Great. So welcome back. I just want to let you know that everything today that we talk about is going to be completely confidential. So feel free to share your thoughts free openly with me. So last week, we kind of had you experiment with trying to figure out when you have more time in your schedule, more times than other times throughout the day. So I kind of just want to ask you how that went and how journaling and figuring out when you have more free time went.
Yeah, so it was kind of hard to kind of start with that. I'm not used to really writing so much down or paying too much attention. I'm usually on the go, kind of busy. But I did really make an effort and try halfway through my week. I kind of realized on Tuesday what I needed to get done. So I started kind of keeping track and being more aware of where I was losing time and where I could add more time in. And I found that I can kind of squeeze some time in between my breaks and work to eat, because usually I'll either just kind of answer phone calls, do personal emails, personal things, or do extra work, and I'll skip out on taking that break to eat or something like that. So I found out that. And then I also found out in the evenings I could do a little bit more time instead of just kind of relaxing and TV and stuff. I decided to see where I could fit things in. So I would say it was pretty successful once I got going.
Right. Yeah, I hear that it was kind of out of your comfort zone to do something like that, but it sounds like that was kind of a successful method for you to try and figure out when you have free time. And it's great that you found out and kind of prioritized that you don't need to do as many social things for yourself and that you really want to focus on your health. And really, I know you want to stop overeating and eat throughout your day more. So it's great you found some time in the middle of the day. Hopefully you'll have some more time in the mornings as well, since you're recognizing your priorities of health. So it sounds like that was a great outcome as far as your first kind of little experiment went. This week we're going to set a small goal or two for you. Does that sound like it's going to be something that's possible for you this week?
Yeah, I really like that. I think that would kind of help keep me on track and accountable.
Right, yeah, it sounds like you already have a great motivation. So I just want to applaud you on that. So thinking about, I know you said last week you were also going to check out your community's possibly running and walking club. How did that go this weekend? Or this week? Did you get into contact with anyone in the club?
Yeah, so I talked with my neighbor. She's in it. I didn't go this week, but I did talk with her about it and kind of was wondering what time they met up, what days, how long, because I'm not that active right now. I don't want to, embarrass myself or hold anyone behind. So,
Yeah.
So I talked with her more about it, and I think I'm going to start going next week. It seems like something I can do, and it's not too hard, and also I get that time to socialize again. So
great, yeah, that's awesome. You can definitely socialize more in the mornings since you're going to give up some of that during your lunch break at work. So that's really great. I applaud you for going and talking to your neighbor. So did you got information? They meet in the mornings, which I know will work for your schedule with your kids. How long are they going to meet? Is it realistic to your morning schedule?
Yeah, so they said that it starts at 7 a.m.
Okay.
And then it's about an hour. And I don't go into work till 9, and then my kids need to go to school by 8:30. So I could fit it in, and it works perfect. And they go 5 days out of the week, so Monday through Friday.
Okay.
Which is a little much for me right now. I don't know. I'm kind of nervous to kind of start. So I'm gonna try it, but I don't know if I can do the 5 days.
Yeah, I definitely recommend maybe starting in the beginning of the week so you can meet people that are going to be there throughout the week. Realistically for you, do you think maybe 2 days next week would be a good goal for you?
I could easily do 2 days. I think I could either do like Tuesday, Thursday, or if I could do Monday, Tuesday. 2 days I think I could be able to do.
Great. Yeah, so you'll go for 2 days next week, and do you think you'll be able to go for the whole hour? Is that a goal that you're trying to reach?
That's something I really want to strive for, is to go the whole time. But I also feel like since it's a group of us, I'll stay more motivated. It'll be more fun instead of me just walking alone in the morning. So I think I'm pretty sure I'd be able to do the whole hour.
Great. I think that's awesome that you want to be more involved in your community. So I think that going twice a week for an hour is very realistic for you, especially because you said you used to be fit before you became single. So I definitely, you should have high confidence that you can complete that goal. Yeah. So that's great. If you just want to restate that whole goal so that we're both clear. As far as what you're doing.
So I'm gonna go to the walking club in the mornings 2 days a week for the full hour and see how that goes.
Great. Yeah, that's really exciting. I'm excited for you to go and make some new friends, hopefully. Awesome. So you said you found some other time throughout your day to eat more. How would you like to address your concerns as far as overeating goes? Because I know that's a very big concern for you.
It is. So like I said, I really kind of look at my schedule and try to do my priorities more. And usually during my lunch break or breaks through work, like I said, I'll do personal things, so either run errands or bring lunch to the kids, or I'll do answer personal emails, phone calls. So I don't really have the time to eat, but I tried it out and I have a fair enough time cutting all that out and actually using my lunch break as lunch break. I could fit the time in there to eat, so I'm not just overeating in the evening, and I could do that. Yeah,
that's wonderful. I definitely hear your concern for your overeating late at night. In our last session, that was a big concern of yours, and recognizing that you have time to eat at lunch is super important. But I also would like to point out that eating healthier foods at that time is going to be really important to how you're feeling for even walking the next morning. So do you think you can maybe prepare any meals after work at night? Maybe along with preparing lunches for your kids, you could do some for your own lunches.
I think I really want to get back into nutrition as well. I know it's not healthy to be always doing fast food, and I want to be a good role model for my kids, and I want to also do it for myself, but I want to be a good role model to them as well. So I think I'd be able to maybe on Sunday go grocery shopping to get all of like the produce and whatever, and then making sure I pack a lunch the night before, so I'm not eating out of the vending machines or just on the go microwavable meals. So I really do want to try that. I'm really open to that too.
Great. I hear your external motivators from your kids and your internal motivators for yourself. So that's wonderful. And I think it's a great idea to go shopping on Sunday and possibly meal plan throughout the week. Have you done any research as far as meal prep recipes, or are you kind of just having some ideas on your own?
My friend does meal prepping all the time, and she tells me to do it, and I always have the excuse I don't have time. But so it's been brought to my attention before, but I haven't done too much looking into it. But I've heard of it before.
So maybe this upcoming week you can just try to make yourself some lunches here and there with whatever you're using for your kids, and then maybe throughout the week you can just do some research on planning ideas or recipes.
That would be fun.
Oh I think that's another small good goal for you. Maybe make your lunch. How many times a week do you think you could potentially prepare a lunch for yourself?
I think I could do it at least 3 times a week.
At least 3 times a week?
Yeah.
That's great.
So like Monday night, packing the lunch, that's there Tuesday, Wednesday night, or something along those lines, so I'm not rushed in the morning, especially when I'm doing running club. I'm just trying to think of time-wise, but I could do 3 days a week.
So meal prep for 3 days a week?
Or walking club. Not running club.
Hey, maybe one day you'll get to running. Awesome. Okay, so this week we have set 2 goals for you. I'll reiterate. The first one was to go to a walking club twice next week for an hour, and then along with that, you're going to try and make 3 lunches for yourself, just the best that you can. Does that sound realistic?
Great. I can do that.
Wonderful. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it to you that you complete one or either of those goals this week?
I would say it's like a 9.
9.
It's really important to me because I really want to jumpstart this. I really want to just kind of jump in and get my life kind of back on track because I've kind of fallen off track lately. So it's very important to me, and also it's important to prove to myself that I can get back into being more healthy and active and feeling better too.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I definitely hear your want for being healthier and happier. So I definitely believe in you, and you can totally complete. I'm glad those goals are important to you because it's important to your family as well. How confident are you that you're going to complete the goals on the same scale of 1 to 10?
This one's a little bit lower. I would say probably a 7-ish, 7 to 8.
Okay.
Just a little bit lower than my importance scale, just because this is new to me, the meal prepping, and walking club is not. The club is new, but I've done physical activity before. Not too numerous, but it's mainly with the meal prepping. I've never done it before or prepping meals before, so that's about a 7-ish, 8.
7-ish. Yeah. Well, I definitely hear your concerns, but I totally believe that if you do some research and just take your time with it, you'll definitely find some recipes that are really easy for you, and it'll just become something that you're going to want to do for yourself all the time, so you can, lose weight and stop overeating. So you'll see the benefits, I'm sure. But great. I want to thank you for coming in today. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, I think you covered everything.
Wonderful. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Okay. Hi, Ashley. Thanks for coming in today.
Hi. Yeah, anytime.
Okay, so I know last time we were talking about your concerns with your high blood pressure, and that was contributed to kind of eating out, stress. I know you said you're in a master's program too, and so stress and also less activity because you don't have as much time being so busy. So I remember before we left, I kind of asked you to examine how your week is the previous week has gone, and where you can see where you can make some adjustments into your lifestyle to try to help with this concern of yours. So how did that go?
It went really well. I really talked to my boss about cutting down my hours just by 5 every week to kind of help me with managing my time throughout the week with school and things like that. So next week on the schedule, I have 5 less hours. So I feel like that's a lot of time for me to kind of de-stress and stop eating out and start getting my blood pressure back to normal.
Okay, great. So I hear that you cut back hours, and based on that, you feel that stress levels may be going down, more time to maybe make meals instead of eating out. Is that what I'm kind of hearing from you?
Yeah.
Great. Any other changes you've considered or thought about on the past week?
I think that now that I have more time or less time at work, I think I have more time to meal prep some more. And I mean, maybe even exercise. I'm not really sure.
Because activity was another thing you said that you were involved in and really enjoyed, but just time-wise and also energy. So it's good that you also considered, physical activity as well, and you're really finding areas where you can make those changes. So good for you for doing that and following through. Okay, so today I kind of want to focus on doing specific goals to target. So making up some goals for you to accomplish in order to move forward and make some progress in your health. So I was thinking, what do you think would be a appropriate goal or a goal that you'd probably want to shoot for this week, whether it be activity, maybe nutrition, meal planning? I know you cut back hours, so you do have more time for certain things. So have you thought of any goals or anything you wanted to incorporate this week?
Yeah, definitely. I was just eating out a lot after work, and now that I don't have later hours, I would really like to maybe cut back on eating out next week, because this past week I did eat out more times than I would have liked to. But yeah, and I also love cooking, and I'm really interested in nutrition. So I was thinking to kind of counter eating out, I would meal prep some more meals maybe lunch or dinner.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's great that you thought of some options and that, incorporating your love for cooking, also making it fun, a fun process. So I'm glad you kind of looked at that as well. So how many days per week? So I know you said that you had an issue this week with eating out more than you wanted to. Have you thought about minimizing that to a certain amount of days per week, or any, any goal that we can kind of aim for with eating out less?
Yeah, I think that's definitely a way that I can cut back, is that I can only allow myself to eat out maybe twice next week, because this past week I ate out probably 5 times. So I really would want to cut that back by at least half.
So what I'm hearing you say is that you are going to cut down eating out to 2 days per week instead of, I don't know how many, but you're going to cut that down to 2 days per week. That's something that you feel confident and feel that it's attainable and measurable for you right now.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it is realistic for me, because I eventually don't want to be eating it out at all, but I'm just trying to figure out a schedule between school and work that really allows me to cook at home a lot more.
Perfect. Well, that sounds like a great goal, and I'm glad that you have thought through some of these ideas and are willing to really look at your health as a whole and try to make these positive changes. So in regards to, so I know that we're cutting back as a goal on eating out. So what do you think could be another thing to incorporate? So since you're eating out less, is there anything else that you would want to do to kind of make up for that, or you think would be helpful with more time, especially since you said you like cooking and you have more time? Is there anything you thought about?
Yeah, I definitely think that I could meal prep. I know that's been a big thing amongst a lot of my colleagues in class. They talk about how they meal prep all the time, and that must be how they always have something to eat and are eating out. So I've done a little research, and I do love cooking, so I know kind of what recipes I would go for that would last for a few days. So I think maybe like a couple days a week I could, maybe 3 days a week I could meal prep, maybe lunch and like at least a side dish for dinner or something along the lines of that.
Okay, so you're saying 3 days a week, you're planning on meal prepping and then more nutritious meals, more things that are better for you, and also you have the time so you can cook. So great. So if you could just kind of go back and kind of tell me the 2 goals, because I know we kind of talked about a lot, so I know I just kind of want to focus us into, so we're on the same page. So
so this upcoming week, I'm only going to eat out twice. And then I'm also going to meal prep for 3 days, which I'm excited to do.
Great. And these are great steps in the right direction. I'm glad that you're, realize and can acknowledge this, and also you're, wanting to move forward and stuff. So, on an important scale, so 1 to 10, 10 being really important, 1 being not so important, how important is accomplishing these goals to you?
To me, I would give it a 9 or even a 10 maybe, because it's very important to me that I do well in school, and just not feeding myself or fueling my body in the right way is making me really tired. So it's really important to me that I kind of balance my life out.
Okay. Yeah, and I can tell, if this is something very important to you and that you are making the right steps. So good job with that.
Thank you.
So on a confidence scale now, 10 being most confident, 1 being least confident, how confident are you that you will accomplish these goals?
I'm pretty confident, mainly because I like to cook. I'm nervous because I don't really know what assignments I have coming up in class, as far as what's going to be assigned to me that's not on the syllabus. So I'm kind of nervous about that. So I'm probably at an 8 right now. But I know that I can only eat out twice next week, so I'm confident.
Great. Yeah, from the sounds of it, you sound like this is going to be something that you really are going to work for, and that will make an impact. So I'm really glad that you've come in and we could kind of go over some goals for this coming week. Between eating out only 2 days a week, and then also 3 days a week meal planning. So great. So, do you have any questions for me though before we kind of end our session? Either like goal setting, any concerns, or?
I think we covered it all today.
Great.
It's been a great session. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I'll see you in our next session.
Sounds great. Okay. So debriefing. I just want to say you're so good at summarizing and affirming me
really
and
tried.
reflecting.
I really tried.
I'm so caught up in what I'm gonna say next that like one time I didn't even listen to what you said. And I think it'll be much easier when I have a client that I'm like making conversation with.
Yeah.
But you're really good at mocking that, so I just want to say
thanks, because I remember last video I didn't do that as much, so I was just a little more aware. But this time I kind of felt like I was being a little repetitive, so I don't know if that was not annoying, but almost like, okay, we get the point. But I mean, I thought you also did a good job though at really affirming. Summarizing too, I feel like you helped me sum up the goal, but you didn't tell me, you know what I mean? You weren't like, so this is what you're gonna do. You're like, something kind of. Yeah,
and I like how you did them both then, because I felt kind of weird asking you to do it in the middle, but I don't know. Maybe that's what we do, like do it in the middle and then do it again at the end, like both of them.
That was fun.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe 2 goals was a little bit too much, but I didn't feel
like there were smaller goals though, like not eating out 2 days a week. That was pretty small, and then also 2 meal plans to kind of help make up for it. And then same with what was mine, like meal prep planning again and stuff like that. I felt they were pretty small and also both realistic and attainable. It wasn't like just stop eating out or just work out 5 days a week. It was. I thought they were pretty.
And I think reaching like for initial goals in a session with the client, I think that's a good thing to do. Like have 2 goals that like will make the client feel like there's 2 really big accomplishments. You know, like generative movements. The last chapter we had to read talked about how like small accomplishments really build the relationship.
Oh yeah, and the confidence.
So I think that's why it's okay with it. But yeah, I think our goals were both pretty smart. Yeah, I
feel like how we checked in again with confidence and importance scale.
Yeah, that's important.
Instead of like, is this important to you? Yeah, it is. It was a scale. So you kind of see where they're at.
And that's
read their body language. So that one well too.
Yeah, and we did most OR's techniques, so I would have liked to ask a lot more questions.
Yeah.
You know, like we could ask things like, why is it important to you to have these goals? But just need longer.
I think more questions would have been fine. But at the same time, I summarized a lot. That
I think we talked a lot.
But
Awesome.
Cool.
Well, good job.
Yeah.
Next video.